Hello everyone and welcome back to Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy on the Sony PlayStation 3. I am One Wild Sheep and today we're going to continue onwards in the game world, start getting hold of a few missions and maybe collect some of the power cells that are actually available in the environment. Now one thing to make note of is notice how it's a sunset right now, or sunrise, I can't actually tell. Well basically this game has a real-time sort of clock sort of deal, so basically as time goes on, the game will become day to night, and it's a nice little cycle. You don't see many games that do that sort of thing, and I always appreciate it when they do. Anyways, go into here and talk to Kira here.
Hey, baby! What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Well, I guess we found out where we're going. First of all, the Forbidden Temple. Now, most people would probably go straight into the beach area where Samos was on about the first time to get through the game, you know, because it's the first thing instructed to do. But to save myself some backtracking, I'm actually going to skip all that and go straight to the Forbidden Temple. But first things first, let's go and talk to the villagers and explore the houses. Like, ransacking this house for the scout life, for example.
Looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Yes, they are, Dax. What a keen observation you have there.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old Precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 Precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
I don't have anyone near 90 just yet, but you wait, my old British chap, you. So yeah, we have to get 90 Precursor orbs. There's pretty much nearly everybody in this village will offer you something for 90 Precursor orbs, so be sure to collect all the orbs you can in the environment and go by here for a second scout fly. I can't remember all the locations of the scout flies off by heart, but I'll keep an eye out and then let you guys know whenever I find them. I'll probably cut ahead if I can't find them either, so let's just talk to the mayor here.
Oh, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 Precursor orbs.
That is not modest. That is really... I only have 44 and modest. I'll show you modest. Show how modest my fist can be. Anyway, let's just continue moving on. Let's have a little talk to this chap by here.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. Oh, I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute! We are not going back to Misty Island! Are we?
No, not anytime soon, Dax. We won't be going to Misty Island for about probably a good few parts. Now, if you go down there, that leads to the beach and those eco collectors that good old Samos the Green Sage was on about. But we're gonna go this way now because, well, first things first, I want to go down here because there's a scoutfly that I completely I wouldn't even remember that if it went for the fact I could just hear it buzzing in my ears. The plus side of having headphones on. So just move on down here and see this woman by here. You don't actually have to talk to her to initiate her quest. I don't think you have to talk to anyone, to be honest, but I like to just for consistency's sake, so I'll just chat to her.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainfrey. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
I love how they all have conveniently got power cells. Where do they get these things? Granted, you can find them in the wild, but another quick question. What is she looking at? There is nothing here. I mean, I guess there's a fly next to that lamp and a butterfly there, but seriously, there's like a giant rock here. What bird? If you're on about these, they're in a cage. If you want the birds, just get out to the house and get them out of the damn cage, you evil, evil woman, you. Anyway, let's just move on down here to this beach area, where we can get a few goodies. First things first, let's just climb up here and explain these things.
Looking thing. I'll bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
Exactly what Daxter said. We need to get that blue eco to open these. These will usually contain a good 10 to 20 orbs that you can pick up. So trust me, whenever you get a chance, go to one of these things with as quick as you can. Now, obviously, you do need to be supercharged when you go near it for it to activate. So if the charge runs out, obviously you can't get the orbs, which means you're gonna have to run straight towards it. Fortunately, the orbs are right next to it. The eco's right next to it this time, just as a little tutorial. Anyways, just go in here. Ooh, another scoutfly. Don't mind if I do. They're all in people's houses. Are people just like finding them and just picking them up and like, oh, I'll take this with me. It's mine now. Old chap. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
Yeah, sure thing. So basically what we need to do now is just whack these things. These things are yakos. They're basically like... I don't know really. They look like bisons mixed with cows. It's weird. Let's just give them a good whack and then follow them back into their pen. Obviously, if they'll move the opposite direction to you, so if you move left to them, they'll move right, and if you move right, they'll move to the left. So just use that and keep dragging them back into the thing. And this is probably the first bit of gameplay we've actually got for a while now. Because, obviously, the last part and most of this part's pretty much talking, so yeah, we're actually slowly getting into the game, and this should actually be our first power cell of the game. Now, this isn't normally the route I go, but this is the route I'm taking for the LP, just because it's a lot less backtracking, and I'm not a big fan of backtracking. If I can avoid it, I will. Although this is an open world game, and so as a result, backtracking is really, really likely to happen. So let's just keep pushing these guys into their pen. You can keep whacking them if you want, and I think they'll get a little burst of speed, but that's cruel. And here on One Well Sheep, I do not promote animal cruelty. I do, however, promote doing anything if it gives you an item. So come on, give me my mcguffin. You're the last one now, I think. So let's just drag this guy back.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Alright, so let's talk to the farmer. So you should have the power cell now, so come here. Seriously, rest in your old Is he sleeping while standing up? Wow, he must have been tired.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Ah, thank you, good sir. So there's the first proper power cell of the game that isn't from the tutorial mission, which will now bring me into the next thing I'm going to explain as soon as I get control back. There we go. Now, if you press the start button, you'll actually bring up this little menu thing, which will actually show all the power cells in an area that you can pick up. So there's 6 power cells pretty much in almost every area of the game. Actually, no, that's a lie. There's loads of power cells. Look at this. It's ridiculous. But, basically, you just need to work on and going through it. Like, if you get lost trying to get hold of the power cells, you can use this little thing to try and help out. For example, 90 Yobs to the mayor, we can do that. 90 Yobs to your uncle, you can do that quite easily. 7 scout flights, and those other 2 we actually do for completing things in other areas. For example, one of those power cells is actually going to be taken in the next area we're on our way to right now, which will be the Forbidden Forest, I believe, or is it Forbidden Temple? It's Forbidden something. We'll find out as we get there. Forbidden Jungle. Oh, good, fine. Nothing I said was right. Well, la-di-da, game. See if I care. And a nice little thing I can also give you as a tactic is basically, if you do a long jump and you jump at the very end of it, you also get a very nice burst. So it's a nice speedrunning tactic if you want to do a high jump without stopping at all. And here you go. Welcome to the Forbidden Jungle. This used to seem like such a massive area to me when I was younger, and for the most part, this is pretty much where all the Crash Bandicoot sort of thing. It really feels like a Crash Bandicoot level. This does. I mean, you could just take all this and it would fit very well in a Crash game, especially if you do all this, the kicks and stuff, which is my favorite move to use in the game because it's so effective. And if you do a double jump and do the kick, you can actually get a third triple jump that the game doesn't tell you. It's only a tiny hop, but it helps out so much in platforming. Anyway, just move on down here. And we're not going to do too much in the jungle in this episode because obviously the episode's gone on quite a while. So I'm just going to get one not one precursor orb. There's one precursor orb. Bye, guys. No, I'm going to get one power cell in this part now and then call it a video. So yeah, it's not that big an area. It's one of the smaller areas of the game, but still, this is probably the second area you will go to when you reach the game. Alright, just go on ahead, kill this. Although I do love the atmosphere and stuff of this game. It's just such an atmospheric game. Alright, so we have enough orbs to trade for a power cell. So let's just go down. You see this fisherman by here? Well, you need to talk to him to actually be able to get hold of the boat, which will allow you to go to Misty Island later on. So let's just talk to him and do his little mini game and get his precursor power cell. Power cell, not precursor orb, power cell. God damn it.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig, and now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge?
Yeah, we'll do the challenge.
2 types of good fish to catch. 1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies. Eh? If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch.
Alright, now this isn't actually that tricky a little challenge to do. Basically, you need to move the analog stick left and right, and basically dodge any eels you see, and pick up all the gold and normal fish you see on the river. Now, like he said, be careful. If you miss too many of them, you will automatically take the net off you, which means you're pretty much going to instant lose. But fortunately, the actual weight of the fish is actually somewhat high, so it's not an unfair challenge at all. It's very easy. Very simple. You might have some issues your first time playing, but as you get used to the game, you'll find things pretty simple. The hitbox of the net is actually quite big as well, so you don't have to worry too much. Although it is a bit stiff to move left and right at times, so it can be very awkward if you're doing it first time. You need to get used to the controls. For example, I just missed 2 fish there, I shouldn't be talking like this. Oh my god, there's hundreds of the things. But anyway, we're over halfway there already, so like I said, it goes by really quickly. You just need to be careful to avoid the eels, and trust me, that's actually a surprisingly hard task. There we go, there's one fish. Fortunately, the hitbox of the fish are actually bigger than the hitbox of the eels, so it is easier to actually catch the fish than it is the eels. But if you don't be careful, like or basically if you do what I almost did there and just slip a little bit, it could spell doom for your little mission. But there we go.
You caught 200 pounds of fish! Not bad for a couple of landlubbers. Here's the power cell I promised. And you can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, matey. So with that is the next power cell. So we got 6 power cells, 2 power cells in this video. And he's now gonna laugh like this infinitely. You can punch him, you can kick him, you can do whatever, you can teabag him. He's just gonna sit there laughing. He's a jolly good pirate when he's got his way. Unfortunately, he's like a crybaby when he doesn't have his way. So basically what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna get a nice vantage point quickly and call the video an end here. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, appreciate a like or comment to the video. And don't be sheepish, folks. I'll catch you all next time. Bye!